The Senate has asked the Nigerian Customs to intensify border patrols to check the activities of rice smugglers in the country. Lawmakers are alarmed that smugglers have continued to bring in rice into the country through land borders and seaports and free trade zones, robbing the country of revenue to be collected from duties and levies. Now let's take a look at some sports for the day. Here's Barong Tony Uranta.
Thank you, Joma, and welcome to Sports News. Elections into the National Sports Federations have been concluded in Abuja today. 2004 Olympic champion, gold medalist Daniel Igali will continue as president of the Wrestling Federation. The Deputy Governor of Nasarawa State, Silas Agara, was elected president of the Karate Federation. Ishaya Tikon takes over at the Table Tennis Federation. Samuel Ocheho displaced incumbent Yusuf Dauda to become the Handball Federation president. Francis Obi replaced Justice Danlami Senchi as Badminton Federation president. Boye Oyerinde emerges as Squash Federation boss, while former Osun State Governor Olagunshoye Oyinola elected president of the Golf Federation. Relegation.
Women in sports during the last election held last month on the 3rd, and I won athletics. Only for me to get here this morning, I'm bidding for Athletics Federation of Nigeria, the president. My name was removed.
We are all ex-international that have represented this country for years. I'm 6-time Nigerian champion. She's an African record holder in triple jump. Brown Ebewale is the decathlon African record holder. And they are trying to replace us with people that never won Nigerian uniform.
We had elections, taekwondo elections. They appear to have been going peacefully. And then there were a couple of unusual circumstances that we have not experienced before in previous elections. Candidates were being disqualified. Candidate from Southeast, candidate from Southwest, and we asked why were they being disqualified. They said there were petitions written against them. And my query is, how can you disqualify somebody ahead of an election? The person has not even, how do you even know they are contesting? Because only when they are nominated that they are contesting. So
relegation threatened Sunshine Stars will play their remaining Nigeria Professional Football League games at the Dikbodina Stadium in Ijebu-Ode, Ogun State. This follows a breach of an earlier order for the Akure-based outfit to play 3 of its previous home games at the Akure Township Stadium behind closed doors. The club is also fined 1 million naira for failing to control its players in the matchday 23 game against Plateau United last Wednesday. Sunshine Stars goalkeeper David Ario has been suspended for 12 games for his assault on the match officials. On a rather somber note, former teammates of Cheick at the Beijing Enterprises have held a memorial in his honor. Also present at the memorial was his former teammate at Newcastle, Senegal forward Papi Cisse. Tiote died in hospital last Monday after collapsing during a training session in China. May his gentle soul rest in peace. A Spanish state prosecutor has charged Real Madrid forward Cristiano Ronaldo with defrauding Spain's tax office of 14.7 million euros in unpaid taxes. In a statement released today, Madrid's regional state prosecutor accused Ronaldo of 4 counts of tax fraud from 2011 to 2014. He said the Portugal captain took advantage of a business structure created in 2010 to hide from fiscal authorities income generated in Spain from image rights. Tennis now, and Tommy Haas will face Roger Federer in a second round of the Mercedes Cup in Stuttgart, Germany. The German edged past Pierre-Hugues Herbert of France 6-3, 4-6, 7-5 in the first round. The 39-year-old seeded the match after 1 hour, 53 minutes of play, and will face Federer, the Australian Open champion, who is playing his first match since winning the Miami Open in April the 2nd. And that's it on Sports News for tonight. I'm Barong Tony Uranta, and John will be back to the wrap.
Thanks a lot, Barong. A 7-story building has collapsed in Nairobi, Kenya, trapping people inside. Rescue services say 15 people were unaccounted for, while 5 people were missing, including a family of 4. The country's Deputy Director for Disaster Management says over 100 people were evacuated from the building after authorities feared it would collapse. Kenya has seen similar tragedies in the past. Last year, 49 people died when another building collapsed during a heavy downpour. The government has ordered the demolition of many other buildings after that incident. And UK Prime Minister Theresa May today met with the leader of the Democratic Unionist Party, hoping to conclude a deal soon on forming a minority government. After the meeting, Arlene Foster said discussions were going well and hoped for a successful conclusion. She did point out there are no outstanding issues in the way of the deal.
Talks between British Prime Minister Theresa May and leader of Democratic Unionist Party leader Arlene Foster towards forging a Conservative DUP deal was described by a Number 10 source as constructive, and according to the DUP leader, the discussions went well and she hopes for a successful conclusion. After failing to secure an absolute majority in a parliamentary election last Thursday, May is relying on an agreement with the DUP, a small Eurosceptic Northern Irish party with 10 parliamentary seats, to stay in government. However, an ex-Conservative Prime Minister had expressed doubt about a deal and its impact on the peace process. The day was also for election of members of parliament, where the DUP's deputy leader praised efforts to allow smaller parties have a voice heard in the Commons.
Let us come together in a spirit of national unity to keep our country safe and build a stronger, fairer and more prosperous future for everyone in every part of our United Kingdom.
Thank you. Focus now is on working together to unite and address the challenges of Brexit and the future ahead.
And the UN Refugee Agency is reporting hundreds of people have fallen ill, with one child dead after they ate food, breaking their daily Ramadan fast. The UNHCR has attributed the situation to food poisoning. The food, containing beans, chicken and yogurt, was prepared in a restaurant in Erbil and brought to the camp by a Qatari charity. The UNHCR says it's extremely concerned about events at the camp, but that the staff have been working closely to coordinate responses with other agencies and relevant authorities. And the main news again. The federal government today met with northern elders and issued a strong warning to those making threats against other citizens. The acting president, Professor Yemi Osinbajo, asked the promoters of violence in the country to stop or face the consequences. Well, that's the news at 10 tonight. Thanks so much for staying with us. I'm Ijoma Kunyato. Good night.